Now for part 5 out of 7 for our Alberta Science 9C3 program of studies, hazardous household chemicals. Students will describe and evaluate methods used to transport, store, and dispose of hazardous household chemicals. Introduction. Hazardous household chemicals are products that can pose risks to human health and the environment if not handled properly. These include items such as cleaning agents, paints, pesticides, batteries, and automotive fluids. By understanding how to safely transport, store, and dispose of these chemicals is important for preventing accidents, pollution, and harm to wildlife. In this section, or this video, we will describe common methods used for each step and evaluate their effectiveness. Transporting hazardous household chemicals. When moving hazardous chemicals, safety is the top priority. The main goal is to prevent spills, leaks, and exposure. Here are some recommended methods. Original containers. Always keep chemicals in their original containers. These containers are designed to safely hold the product and have labels with important information. Transferring chemicals to other containers can lead to dangerous reactions or confusion. Secure packaging. Make sure lids are tightly closed. Place containers upright in a box or bin to prevent tipping. If possible, use padding like newspaper to keep containers from moving. Separate chemicals. Do not transport incompatible chemicals together. For example, bleach and ammonia should never be stored or moved side by side, as they can create toxic gases if mixed. Ventilation. If transporting in a vehicle, keep windows open for ventilation. Never leave chemicals in a hot car, as heat can cause containers to burst or leak. These methods are effective because they reduce the risk of spills and exposure. However, accidents can still happen if containers are damaged or if chemicals are mixed by mistake. It is important to read labels and follow instructions carefully. Storing hazardous household chemicals. Proper storage is essential to keep chemicals safe and prevent accidents at home. Here are some best practices. First, store it in a cool, dry place. Store chemicals in a cool, dry area away from direct sunlight and heat sources. Heat can cause chemicals to break down or containers to leak. Keep it out of reach. Keep chemicals out of reach of children and pets. Use locked cabinets or high shelves if possible. Label awareness. That's being aware of labels, not putting labels on your awareness. Make sure all containers are clearly labeled. If a label is damaged or missing, do not use the product and dispose of it safely. Separate storage. Store chemicals separately based on their type. For example, keep acids away from bases and flammable products away from sources of ignition. No food storage. Never store chemicals near food or drink. This prevents accidental poisoning. These storage methods are effective because they minimize the risk of accidental exposure, poisoning, and chemical reactions. However, problems can arise if chemicals are forgotten, labels fade, or containers degrade over time. Regularly check storage areas and containers for signs of leaks or damage. Disposing of hazardous household chemicals. Disposing of hazardous household chemicals requires special care to protect the environment and public health. Here are some common methods. Household hazardous waste collection. Many communities in Canada offer HHW collection days or drop-off centers. Residents can bring unwanted chemicals to these sites, where they are handled by professionals. Recycling programs. Some chemicals, like batteries and paint, can be recycled. Check local guidelines to see which products are accepted. Never pour down the drain. Do not pour chemicals down the sink, toilet, or storm drain. This can contaminate water supplies and harm aquatic life. Do not throw in the trash. Chemicals should not be placed in regular garbage bins as they can leak and pollute landfills. Follow instructions. Always read product labels for disposal instructions. Some products may have special requirements. These disposal methods are effective because they keep hazardous chemicals out of the environment and ensure they are treated or recycled safely. However, not all communities have easy access to HHW programs, and some people may not know about proper disposal options. Education and clear labeling are important for improving safety disposal rates. Evaluating the methods. Overall, the methods described above are effective when followed correctly. Transporting chemicals in original containers, storing them safely, and using proper disposal programs greatly reduces risks. However, there are challenges. Awareness. Not everyone knows the risks or proper methods. Education is needed to help people understand why these steps matter. Access. Some communities lack convenient disposal options, leading to improper disposal. Cost. Safe disposal and storage can sometimes be expensive or inconvenient. To improve safety, governments and organizations can provide more information, make disposal programs easier to access, and encourage safe practices through labeling and regulations. In conclusions, hazardous household chemicals are common, but they require careful handling to protect people and the environment. By transporting chemicals safely, storing them properly, and disposing of them through approved methods, we can reduce risks and prevent pollution. Education, access to disposal programs, and clear labeling are key to making these methods effective. Everyone has a role to play in keeping their home and communities safe from hazardous chemicals. We'll check for understanding. What is the safest place what is the safest way to transport hazardous household chemicals? In a plastic bag, in a sealed container, in an open container, or in the trunk of a car? Pause if you need more time. The best of these four is in a sealed container. Which of the following is a recommended practice for storing hazardous household chemicals? Do you want to keep them in their original containers, mix them with other chemicals, store them in a warm, damp area, or store them in the kitchen? Recommended for safety. Pause if you need more time. We want to keep them in their original containers. Why is it important to dispose of hazardous household chemicals properly? Is it to avoid fines from local authorities, to prevent environmental contamination, to reduce household waste, or to save space in your home? Pause if you need more time. It is to prevent environmental contamination. Which of the following methods is not recommended for disposing of hazardous household chemicals? Is it following community disposal guidelines, pouring them down the drain, taking them to a local hazardous waste facility, or using a designated drop-off event? It is pouring them down the drain. Sorry, I forgot to remind you to pause. What is a potential consequence of improper disposal of hazardous household chemicals? Is it improved air quality, increased recycling rates, reduced chemical production, or soil and water production? Pause if you need more time. It is soil and water pollution. If you have any questions or feedback on this lesson, leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to respond to them in a timely fashion.